Oh, for Christ's sakes. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, you got the PDFs? Look at them. If you have any questions, we'll read them. If not, we're going to work out of the workbook. I'm still having a little hard time here with my left hand. But, hey, got to make the best out of it. How you doing? All right, let's see what we got going on. Let's go to ostinato number 3. Who's that? Everybody's okay. I keep having a hard time pronouncing that word, your first name. I apologize. Treje, is that how you say it? Or Ottoson? I'll say Ottoson, all right? Is that okay with you? All right, you have the PDFs, don't you? And Paul, you have the workbook. So we're going to go to ostinato number 3. Can you look at that? Ostinato number 3. Paul, can you read that? Otterson? Okay, I'll call you that. Otterson. Now you have the PDFs, Mr. Otterson. Go to symbol ostinato number 3. You there, Paul? By the way, what time is it in Norway? All right, we're there. You can read that. Now, all that is line 6 of the stick control book. If I was doing line 6 on just a snare drum, all right. If I can do line 6 on a snare drum, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, all I'm doing is taking that pattern, and I'm going to hold my stick like this. I'm still feeling some discomfort, okay? Number three. We're on ostinato. Well, now you have somebody you can stay with. He lives in Norway. All right, we're on ostinato, symbol ostinato number 3. I'm going to do the first one. All right, just no bass drum part. What did I do with this? That's where the mistake was. On the first measure, okay? On the first measure of ostinato number 3, on 3 E and the, take the da from the bass drum out of there. Okay, so let's do 1. We're going to do the hi-hat. No conversation. Pay attention, guys. Want a timeout chair, Paul? All right, anyway, we're doing without the bass drum pattern. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Do we understand that? How you doing, Jim? Paul's acting up again. He's talking to everybody. All right. Addison, do you understand that? Jim, we're in the workbook, ostinato number 3. You understand it? Okay. Jim, do you understand that? What it is, there's a 16th note count going on. The X represents the hi-hat with the right hand. The next note is the snare drum line. I'm dropping an accent on the counts of 2 and 4. I'll do it real slow. 1, E, and, 2, E, and, 3, E, and, 4, E, and, Jim, you understand that? Jim, stop hiding. That's where we made the mistake. Remember, guys, we did that last time? The bass drum is on the dove 3. It should be out of there, so take it out of there. Just cross it out. Now, on the first one, I'm playing the bass drum on the counts of 1 and 3. 1. You got it? All right. Counts of 1 and 3. Now, it doesn't sound like anything too much of a groove. I'm not putting any color, dynamics, or playing with the voices somewhat. I'm just laying it down, understanding the math and how it falls, mathematically and rhythmically. We understand that, guys? The second one, number 2. The bass drum's falling on the E of 1 and the E of 3. So I'll do it real slow. 1, E, I'm sorry. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Any questions on 1 or 2? Got it, okay. All right, number 3, the bass drum shifts over to the and. Now, it's the same case here. Can you guys, now be honest with me, I'd rather explain them if you don't. Do you guys know how to play all of this? You know how to play that first page. How about you, Mr. Otteson? Do you know how to play it? And Jim, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a notification from PayPal for you. All right. Anyway, Jim, Paul, Mr. Otterson, do you understand that? Or you want me to go over the whole thing? Any questions on any of them? And remember to warm up. Paul, you understand it. Otterson, you understand it. Jim, how about you? Now, you see the warm up in there? We have a 16th note going on. 1. All right. What you want to do with the 16th note warm up is put the timer on. Okay, put the timer on for, I don't know, guess 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Put the metronome on and drop the bass drum. Loosen it up. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the 1. That was to the left side. You understand? Hey, Horst, how you doing? Are you going to become a member, Horst, of the site? We have 5 guys here that haven't signed up yet. And they've been here for the last 2 years. Okay. You understand? Otterson understands. Oh, it's hot in here. Anyway, that exercise, the warm-up exercise is okay. You know, it seems that, you 4 guys or 5 guys that are here, if you understand this, I could play the whole thing for you and break it down, but you understand it already. What I want to do is put a little, when I get through with the Dave Stanek book, I want to put some color and dynamics onto this. So we go over the dynamics and the color. Let me ask you this. And nobody answered this except who I ask. All right. Hoist, when I say put a little color into it, what do I mean by that? Hey, Joe. It's hot in here. I have the lights on, the studio lights. Hoist, if you don't know, I'll explain it, but I want to see what you think of what the definition is. I gave it to you. I apologize. Hoist? Color? Ouch, Jesus. Wounded in action. If I'm playing the hi-hat, that's one sound. Now I can play the hi-hat here. All of a sudden, it's a different sound. Color. All right, nobody wants to answer. Anybody want to answer it? We can go to the jazz. Let's have a vote. Nobody wants to answer it. All right. Jazz. I'm going over some things that, the dynamics are part of the color. Yeah. Move the voices around. Very good there. Who's this? Yeah, that's the same. That's your definition. That's good, Jim. That's the same as dynamics. Did you say hello to our new member, Jim? Mr. Otterson? He's from Norway. 。  . 。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . 。 . . . 。 . . . 。 . . 。 . . . 。 . 。 . . 。 . . 。 .
。
Well, turn your heat on there, Joe. You're right. Everybody's right, but they're explaining it in a different way. Colors. What is your definition? When I say put a little color into it, Joe, what do I mean? I have a new Peisty sending me a ride cymbal tomorrow. I have this 20-inch ride here. I mean 24-inch, 22-inch rather. I have a 20-inch coming. Can you see the ride cymbal? Because I can't. Let me fix that. Oh. That should be a little bit better. All right, we're going to do, this is for the new guys and the old guys who not when I say old guys, older members who have done this already with me. It's like a revisit. Someday I'm going to get rich and I'm going to hire an AV guy. You can see now the oh, okay, Joe. What we're going to do, we all have the stick control book, and we're going to go from straight up and down the swing. This is benefiting everybody, but more so it's directed to the newer members and to the guys that have been here. When I did this, this is for a review or revisit. Okay? Now, straight up and down swung. Straight up and down. That's the stick control book. Line one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, I'm going to swing that line. And when I say swing, it's going to like open up the feel a little bit, and or syncopate it, whatever you want to call it. I go immediately to thinking of triplets, like 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. Now all the downbeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, are the first count of the triplet. And all the ands become the dub, the triplet. Example, line 1. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. See that? 1, 2. Got that? Yeah, well, I'm here now, Joe. So now we're interpreting the page or the line. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, the 2. Go to line 3, it's 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. Now what we're going to do is a substitution. All right, now when I say substitution, instead of using the right hand, we're going to use the bass drum in its place. So line 1 as written would be interpreted as 1 and the 2 and. Now we're going to substitute it. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. And then on top, we're going to add the hi-hat on 2 and 4. So we have 1 and the 2 and the 3. Hold on. Oh, Lord. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. And we're going to play that against the jazz time. Now watch the way I play that jazz time. Straight ahead. I'm not playing it open time. I'm playing straight ahead. I'm thinking triplets, mechanics. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. Look at the left foot. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to play the line down, swung. All the rights on the bass drum, all the lefts on the snare. We understand that? And watch the way I'm playing that right hand. 1 and the 2 and the 3, 4. Free stroke down, a free stroke down. So I'm getting the 4/4 note. Line number 1. It's straight ahead time, not open. And we're going to go through the whole Chafee book with the stick control book with the different formulas. I'm working on them, writing them out. I had a lot of time to write it out. You understand that? Paul understands it. All right. That's the review a little bit. Let's do line 5. Line 5, straight up and down on a snare drum. Oh, the snares, I got to change it. I got to get a new left hand, a new snare head, and another ride cymbal. I'm in good shape. All right, line 5, straight up and down on a snare drum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we swing it. The line 5. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Then we substituted the rights with the bass drum, lefts with the snare. 1 and the 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Against the jazz time. What's this? Well, that's the challenge, Paul. Go through the whole page like that. 1, 2, line 5. Here you go. 1. Make sure that ride cymbal is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Line 5. Man, my left hand feels so uncomfortable. Line 13. Hey, Jim, you understand this? Joe? Mr. Otterson? Here's what I recommend doing before you could do that exercise. The 8th note triplet with the bass drum as a warm-up. 1 and the 2 and the 3. Now that ride cymbal sounds pretty heavy, you know, and it's pretty ringy, so I don't like it too much. It's a signature, it's a 24, I'm getting a 20. Ding dong, ding dong. Gives more stick definition, and you'll like it tomorrow when you hear it. Sometime tomorrow, I think, if not Wednesday. But anyway, we're going to do the formula. Which formula you want to do, Paul? And I'll write it out and send it to you guys for tomorrow night. What you want to do is that 3, I'm going to send this to you there, maybe if I remember, Mr. Otterson. The 3 against 4 pattern using the Chafee book. All right? We're using 3 and against 4. Playing 2 and 4 on the snare and moving the bass drum around. You guys, you've been working on that, guys? The one I gave you? Remember? 1 and the 2 and the 3. Do we understand that? Oh, my left hand is killing me. Oh, man. I have no more strength in that hand. I know you don't. I might send it to you. What I did, that 3 against 4 pattern. There's a couple different variations of 3 against 4. What we're doing with the 3 against 4s, we're making the left, we're actually, what can you call this? Oh, let's see. I'll find it in a second. I got so many different things in my brain. You don't understand, Paul? Remember that pattern we did? And nobody can do it? We played 1E and the 2. You're actually doing, you're playing in 3, but you're thinking in 4. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4. 1E and the 2. I'll play the left foot and right hand part. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the 1E. 2 and 3E and the 4. You don't remember that, Paul? Nobody could play it. I said we're going to get back to it. Oh, left hand, please. You don't remember that? What do I have to... I'm going to send it. You have it, guys. The only one that don't have it is Treji or whatever. Otterson. We're going 1E and 2. Remember 2 and 4. 3E and 4. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1. I didn't do, oh, okay. I don't know. 3 against 4. I'll give you, I'll send it to you too, Paul. Resend it to you guys. Jim, do you understand that? Joe, Mr. Shields. I'll send it to you right after the lesson, all right? Oh, left hand. I have no control. Look at that. I better get that going on because I submitted an application for PASIC in next November. And I can't do nothing with my left hand. How many guys have been to PASIC or PASIC or whatever you want to call it that are here? Anybody been there? It's in Indianapolis, Indiana, every year in November. And you're up on stage demonstrating, you're doing a clinic. You're not only doing clinic for drummers like Joe Schmoed from next door, you're doing clinics for Steve Smith, Dave Garibaldi, all those guys. Kind of like intense. I'll resend it. How about you, Jim? Joe? Anybody been to PASIC? Or whatever you call it. Did you get the PDFs on the reading, Paul? And Jim? Everybody here has the PDFs on the reading? They want to go over that? Do they understand all of it? Imagine standing up on stage, looking out in the audience, And there's like Will Calhoun, Neil Peart, Steve Smith, Steve Gadd, Willie Marvin Smitty Smith, Mike Clark, all those guys. Could you imagine? That's intimidation, man. All right. You got it? All right. Any questions on the reading? I'll go over it. The reading, you see how I did I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to go, what's better to do, okay? This is like because you don't have a teacher sitting next to you. You go, no, 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 this is the way it goes. You have the proofreading of the measure before to the right. Good for you, Jim. Anybody would like me to go over anything they don't understand? What page? What number? Do not be shy, guys. Hit up. Get in there. Hit it up. If not, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. We'll work on a flam tap, flam accent, Swiss Army triplet, flamacue. How do you like that one, Jim? You like that? You guys give me ideas of what to project. Go in my email me, say, listen, this is what I want. This is what I need. I told you it helps me help you. By you helping me, I can help you better. If I can. Okay? I hear who's here that does not know all 40 rudiments? To me there's only 3, but whatever. All right, good for you. I ask you one more question before I leave. What is the purpose of a flam? Anybody know? Ugh. Guys, I know that you guys understand, but I'm in a lot of pain with my left hand. My whole pinky is numb. I have no strength in it. You did. That's what I did for 2 years, Jim. I was actually stationed in Indianapolis, Indiana, rather. And I was with the 74th Army Band. We played big band, we played concert band, and we played the marching band. And I got a lot of experience there. And I played with some really good people that were in that band. And they're out there today, like George Tolliver, Carter Jefferson, all those guys. And the hometown of West Montgomery, that was where West Montgomery was from. You all know who West Montgomery is. I played a week with him. Okay. But, I'm not going to go into field drumming. I'm going to display and explain the different rudiments. Now, there's a lot of possibilities on the drum set, but there's more possibility from your brain than there is from mine. I mean, I have a certain way I do it. Maybe that'll open up some more doors for you to play the, where's that symbol? Huh. This it? Yeah. All right. All right. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. We won't start in 6/8. We'll start in 2/4. Play some marches. I'll take a line of a march and break it down for you with the flams and the rolls. Okay. Hopefully I can get to it tonight. Any questions on this? Before I forget, let me go send those PDFs. Anybody else want the PDFs? With the 3 against 4? I mean, I sent them out. Okay. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Okay, guys? No questions? You'll be getting it in a second there, Mr. Otteson. And Paul. Anybody else want them? What do we got here? Oh. A flam test? I don't know. Somebody ask you flam acute, flam taps, inverted flam taps, Swiss Army triplets, flam accent, flam paradiddles. I guess, I don't know. I never heard that term, flam test. I don't have too much time to read a lot on the computer because what I do, man, is I just write and practice. Last week, all I did was lay on the couch and went to the doctors a couple times. Gave me medication, gave me a few, some things in therapy like a whirlpool, and I have to go get this particular test, and the test ain't available until the middle of February to actually see what is causing what is occurring. All right. See you, gentlemen, tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Thank you for attending. And any donation, registrations or donations would be appreciated.